Day one of going to Turkey to get my second and final hair transplant, and there's a longer vlog posted on my page for those interested. So it starts off pretty simple. We drove over to Boston International Airport, had to get our boarding passes, go through security. We also got some munchies for the ride over since we had a 10-hour flight ahead of us. We waited for a bit and then we hopped onto the flight, sat down, and were ready to embark on our journey. As the plane took off, I couldn't help but be so unbelievably excited knowing that I was going for so much longer this time than I was there last time. Last year, I was only there for 2 nights, but this time, since it's my last hair transplant and I want the best results possible, I decided to go with the stem cell treatment option to make the results the thickest they could possibly be, which means I ended up being there for 5 nights and I got a rest day. So these vlogs that I'm about to pump out for you guys are absolutely amazing, and I strongly recommend you watch the full long form vlogs as well. Anyway, the plane ride wasn't bad. We ate some food, chilled, watched some movies, I played some games as you saw, and then we finally landed in Turkey, and boy oh boy was I excited. We finally got off the plane after a 10-hour ride and I was feeling pretty jet lagged. I mean, it's a 7-hour difference in Turkey. I didn't really get much sleep on the plane, so I equalized my ears, got my energy up, gave my passport to the beautiful people at the airport, and got on my way. It was at this point I checked my WhatsApp to see the clinic had already messaged me to give me details on where to go in the airport to find my driver, because like I've said in the past, the package deal that comes with getting a transplant in Turkey is it includes the hotel, transportation, everything you need for your stay in Turkey besides the flights to Turkey and back out of Turkey. So once I got there, I just followed the schedule, relax, and enjoy it. So we made our way to the pickup area and we found our driver. Actually, a little funny story. I couldn't find him at first, and then he called me and he was standing across from me, and I answered it and he just looked at me and smiled and went, "Hey Chris." I was like, whoa. So then we waited outside this beautiful Istanbul airport for a little bit, and then the van came over to pick us up. Unbelievably nice, fancy van, by the way. This thing is comfy, it feels luxury, and remember, the transplant, including the stay, everything about this trip, if you're not doing the stem cell option, is less than $4,000 USD. So you really feel like you're living like a king on not that much money when you come and do this. It was about a 45-minute ride to the hotel, and I was very jet lagged. As you can see, my cameraman got a nice video of me looking very flattering. I hope you guys think I'm handsome. So once Nick woke me up and I realized slowly that I was still halfway across the world, we arrived at the 5-star hotel that the clinic provides you with. We walked in and instantly I was just blown away once again at how beautiful this hotel is. It is genuinely the most beautiful hotel I've ever been to in my entire life. Just the architecture and everything about this place is amazing. So we got our key cards and we went up to our room for the very first time for the week. We did a quick outfit change because we decided we were going to explore the city a little bit, because I didn't have anything to do for the rest of this first day, because the next day was the day I was going to the clinic for the first time to get my stem cell treatment. After heavily struggling to put the seatbelt on in the Uber, we arrived at the Hagia Sophia, which is a very popular landmark in Turkey, and I strongly recommend all of you go if you ever end up in Istanbul. The weather was beautiful, and I was really enjoying just walking around and seeing the culture and kind of feeling the environment with people in public in a different country. I always find that fascinating. But we went to a gift shop and then we got some food. I actually tried falafel for the very first time in my entire life. It was extremely good. And then Nick got this insane chicken casserole that I wish I ordered. And we saw some kitties. I actually gave them some food and they were fighting over it, and it was adorable. But then it was time to call it a night, so we took an Uber back to the hotel. I was feeling extremely tired at this point. I had barely slept on the plane, so I was ready to go to sleep. I took a shower, tucked myself into bed like a good boy, and then got ready to go to sleep, because day 2 is a very big day. It's my stem cell treatment day, and I filmed a TV show with the Discovery Channel on my process here in Turkey. Super excited to show you guys that. Day 2 coming soon. Be on the lookout for each day. There's going to be 6 days to this entire trip, and it's some of the best content I've ever filmed. Love y'all. See you soon.